Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Hitchhiker Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Oops. This beer is called Agrio. It is a pink lemonade margarita Gose. There's no description other than that. So, I guess I get pink lemonade is usually actually referenced to grapefruit and not lemons. So I don't know where the margarita comes from unless this is aged in tequila barrels, which I highly doubt that. So this is a 4.4 ABV. I've not had this before, so going in this blind, gonna crack it open and see what we got. Whoa, whoa. It's pretty carbonated there. Holy crap. Look at that. Look at that. So it actually does have like a pinkish hue to it, which is kind of cool. I don't know what is in this that's causing that. With the about a finger's worth of slightly pinkish hued white head. I get kind of like the generic kettle sour, like graininess, some sort of a small amount of lactic acid and some lemon juice as well. Just that something that like carbonic acid aroma too that you get from stuff that's like pretty overcarbonated. There's really not much more than that. It is very, very carbonated. Not to the point where it like stings the tongue, but it seems to dry the flavor out pretty immensely. The acidity level is pretty low. I mean, it definitely has a tartness, but it's probably less sour than most Goses, U.S. Goses that I've had. Excuse me. I guess there's a little bit of lemon character. There's also something that's like I'm getting something that's like raspberry flavor, which would make sense for the color of this too, but it's just not described on the label. So I don't know. I don't know that there's any berries or fruit in this other than lemon. But there's definitely something that's like berry, like raspberry-ish. If this was described as like a raspberry lemonade goes, it would make a lot more sense because that's kind of what I'm getting out of this. The margarita thing, I don't know where that's coming from. I don't get something that tastes like margarita mix or tequila by any means. So I'm really not sure where that description comes from. I mean, there's like a little bit of a lime character too. It's not just lemon. Kind of, I would say overall, it kind of just tastes like a raspberry lemonade Gose, which I will say I am generally a pretty big fan of raspberry lemonade because when I was a kid I used to love Blue Dini Kool-Aid. I know it sounds ridiculous, but Blue Dini was like blue raspberry and lemon blended, which blue raspberry is not a real flavor, but it's just raspberry and lemon, just with a blue artificial coloring. And this does kind of taste like that. but the flavor is not like that big on the raspberry. This is also, like I said, very, very carbonated and pretty dry in the finish. I'm having, I don't know, like it. I'm having trouble rating this because I generally shit on stuff that's like super goopy and that's basically straight like fruit pulp. But this one is kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum where like it doesn't have that much of the whatever it's trying to be. And to me, if you're making like these kettle sours with stuff in it, you gotta at least have a good bit of whatever you're saying is the flavor descriptor, because kettle sours on their own just taste like nothing. I don't know, like to me, like other than maybe the Westbrook one because it's really traditional, in my opinion, like regular Berliner Weisses, regular Goses, I'll drink them, but they just to me they don't serve a purpose. Like it, I don't know. It's just they're tart for the sake of being tart, but they have no complexity to them at all. It's basically like a wheat beer with lactic acid dumped in it, and that doesn't do anything for me. And that's kind of what I'm getting out of this. There is flavor to it, but it's not very pronounced. So I would say on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm just gonna give this one a drink. Uh, I don't. It's not poorly made. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, but I just can't. Honestly, cannot think of any reason why I would ever buy this again, or for the first time because I didn't buy this. It was part of a trade. There's not much to it, and I just can't think of any reason why I would buy this again. But I'm not. That's not. That's one of the few times I guess because I generally don't give Hitchhiker too many props. Where this is, it's not me saying this is a poorly made beer. It's just not necessarily my thing, and this is one of the few times where I would want something like this to actually be more fruited, where, it has a little bit more of an oomph and it stands out. This is kind of just bland and there's really not much to it. But I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.